is Andy Lipton, and welcome to a special edition of Leading the Break. As the 2025 spring semester in colleges and universities throughout the country come to a close, I want to share one more story about the college basketball season. The Coach of the Year in women's college basketball by all four major awarding organizations was Cori Close, the head coach at UCLA. This past 2 seasons, I heard Cori speak a number of times at press conferences, and many of the themes that she elaborated on resounded with me, and I hope they'll resound with you. I thought her sincerity was palpable. In this segment, you'll see clips from a lot of those interviews.
We do have a group that I know has high standards for our program, and I know they're going to fight for that next step of growth. This is our first real road test in a hostile environment against a really good team. And I honestly smiled a couple times when it got loud, and it's getting like, this is so good for us. You can't simulate this, right? You have to go into the fire. You got to be great through adversity, and you got to make great choices when it's hard. And we're going to learn so much from that. So, but they're well trained. They know. And honestly, Cam and Riz are talking about our next right step, getting back to neutral before I ever get in the huddle. This is a player-led team. This is not a coach-led team, and all the credit goes to them. We want to have this year be a humble celebration of all that the Pac-12 has given UCLA, and really be really thankful for that. And at the same time, prepare and get excited for joining the Big Ten, and it's going to be a great adventure, and we're excited to be a part of it. I thought it was such a gutsy win. We knew that they're a really good team, we're a really good team, and it was we needed to have every battle. We have a goal every game to have 75 passion plays or better, and those are all the things that don't show up in a stat sheet. Deflections, 50-50s, out-of-area rebounds, assist box outs, assist screens, so on and so forth. And we had 76, and we needed every single one. And credit to USC. I thought Forbes and Watkins were amazing. They did a great job. They gave us everything we could handle. But I was proud of 2 things. One, our response. We had adversity, we had foul trouble, we had people that didn't play as well as they wanted to the first half, and we responded. And secondly, I'm proud of our steadiness of our seniors, and especially Cameron Brown and Charisma Osborne, just elite leadership. And what a great game to be a part of.
Coach, going back to the defense a little bit, I know you talked about how, you saw a lot of inconsistencies out there. But, I thought Charisma in particular, one of the primary defenders on Juju Watkins, not just on ball, but denying off ball and kind of,
totally.
Blowing up some of the sets that they like to run. Just kind of what did you see out of her on that end?
Well, and it was interesting. We wanted to rotate more people, and we did a little bit, but every time she was off of her, Juju got in a rhythm. And you said it really well, that it wasn't just on the ball, it was the work away from the ball. We wanted to make all of her touches hard. We want to anticipate. I think what people don't understand about Charisma is how high her basketball IQ is. She knows every single part of the scouting report better than anyone else. And I go to her a lot. I'm like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling out there? And because she's just an elite basketball IQ combined with a ferocious desire to defend. And that's a pretty darn good, combination.
And also for Lauren in London, how much did that experience factor, but also the non-conference schedule you play kind of help tonight?
What do you think, Lauren? How much was that an advantage to have the kind of tough non-conference schedule we had?
Today was like a Sweet 16 matchup. I think our non-conference schedule gave us a lot of experience. It was definitely a tough schedule that we had. I think going into today, we were very prepared. We had to face adversity, and I think before this game even happened, so I think we just came into today knowing that whatever happened, we were going to be the much tougher together team, as Coach Cori likes to say. So I just think that we were really prepared today because of all the experience we've had.
Yeah, and I've said this to you before, but I think that you got to go through the fires, and with every fire, even if though we're undefeated, we've had to face different things, and I think the more you invite that in your non-conference schedule, it always pays dividends, because everyone's things get exposed, and that's what you need in the non-conference. You need to get poor habits to get exposed. You need to have certain things, and even though we found a way to win all those games, we still had to face things that we were missing, and so I really did think it earned us a level of confidence, and also through the ebbs and flows that we were really prepared. We stand on the shoulders of a lot of people who came before us. I think about former staff members that have been a part of this building process. We had all of our alumni in the locker room with us, all the people behind the scenes administratively that worked so hard during, a holiday break is really, really difficult. It was awesome. That was so fun. And I was sitting there right before the game with just great humility going, there are so many people that we have stood on their shoulders and that they helped us make this happen. And so we really want to maintain that sense of gratitude and humility that we don't do this alone.
Your players after the game led the crowd in a clap, and then they went around the stands. It's something you always do, and what's behind this?
Every single game. I stole that from a coach, Jane Albright, who started doing that when she was at Northern Illinois and then Wisconsin. I just think when you're trying to build a program, that connection with your fans and your fan base, and especially the little kids, I think that a lot of people come in LA. It's hard to compete for that entertainment dollar, but one of the reasons that we have been consistently building in attendance is because it's more than entertainment. It's about a connection to the journey of these young women. And I think that's one of the ways that we can just connect with the people and tell them thank you and maybe inspire just one little kid. And I just think the fans really appreciate really feeling a part of their journey. But like every good idea, I steal it from somebody else. I got to give a shout out to Jane. I want to give a shout out to Tasha Brown and our video assistant and our analytics guy, Sam, who worked on the scouting report. The best thing I did is hire people that are a lot smarter than me, and I thought they did an excellent job on the scout tonight. Thank you all for being here. I think I said to a few of you at the very beginning of the year that if you don't help us create this buzz, Southern California is going to miss out on phenomenal basketball. I knew USC was going to be good. I knew we were going to be good, and I begged you. I said, we need your help to create the buzz and to tell the stories of these amazing women, and you all have stepped up. And this is about something bigger than just this one game. This is about growing Southern California basketball, and specifically girls and women in sport, and not taking anything away from men's sports, but adding to, and just telling their stories in a major way. So thank you. Sincerely, thank you. I think this one here is just such a warrior. And I just find me, like, there's all kinds of people that say whatever they want, but if you know basketball and you really watch our team, heart and soul. Heart and soul, plays both ends of the floor, never stopped leading, never stopped believing. She's the one that came in behind when I lit them up. There's just not very many guards in the country more complete than her. And not very many are going to have a bigger heart than her. And I'm really, really proud of how she led today. And, we weren't tough enough. We didn't rebound well enough. We didn't have enough passion plays, and we didn't execute our scouting report. Credit to USC, but it's either going to teach us or it won't, and we'll find out.
Yeah, I think it's super fun. Same when it was at UCLA. It was completely sold out. And obviously they had a lot of fans here today, and I think it's just really good for women's basketball, and it's just such a fun environment. And I was telling my athletic trainer before the game, I was like, I wish every game was like this. And I think every game could be like this for both our team and their team, but for sure, definitely a really fun environment.
I think a little bit of both. I think we could have done a better job getting her some cleaner touches, and she could have done a better job too. She's got to keep growing. Remember, Lauren is a freshman. Lauren has never been in this role before. And so there's growth curves in that. Lauren is going to be amazing and has been amazing and will continue to grow into that. She's got to get better and take responsibility for some things, and our team has got to take better responsibility in some things, and we miss her sometimes too. And it's got to be a two-way street, and I would say in general, we got to help each other get easier shots. We're not built like USC. That as great as Charisma was at that and putting the team on her back, we're not going to win a national championship that way. and we are built to create easier shots for each other and to do it from defense and then in the transition game, and to know when our one-on-one opportunities are and when our opportunities are to maybe dominate in the paint. And we have to have a good mix of both, and we didn't have that. For us, we did do a lot of really good things as a team. I liked how we shared the ball. I liked the percentage of assisted baskets. But you would never have known I was pleased with that in our film session, because there are so many areas. I think we need to become, I showed them several clips where we were not a very good team, but we still got rewarded because we're really talented and really skilled. And so I do think we made steps in. We had several more possessions where we had 5 passes or more in a paint touch, which is what we always are shooting for if we don't score out of transition. We had a much higher rate of taking away 3-point looks. So actually, all 4 Big Ten games that we've played post holidays, we have really done a good job of lowering people's 3-point shooting percentage, which was a really important team concept for us. But our rebounding is not good enough. Our screening, especially away from the ball, is not good enough. Our consistency with our talk is not good enough. And so I think it's how can we continue to celebrate growth and have a real relentless, I showed them 2 videos today. One was Steph Curry going, if you really want to be the best, you have to invite being coached hard. And just that there's no rest in that. It is the absolute recipe for greatness, is inviting the hard and wanting to be coached hard. And then I showed him a clip of the head coach from Kansas State men's basketball talking about winning is a choice every day, and how you sit in the first row of your classroom is a winning choice, a winning play. How you shake the hand of the professor is a winning play. How you get up extra shots and prepare to practice well is a winning play. And I just challenged our team to invite coaching and to make as many winning plays on and off the court as we can day by day, and then to celebrate those. But I do think we have not arrived, and we have a lot of growing still to do. And I told him it's my job to make that hurt when the score doesn't make it hurt. Things I can't teach are a commitment to defense. They have to choose that. And then I've got players like Gabs who had 12 rebounds, 11 points, and 16 passion plays for us, and that's just huge. That ignited us right off the bat. Really what makes us go, we have a goal to have 75 plus in a game, and it's all the things that don't show up in a stat sheet. So it's a deflection, it's an assist screen, your screen gets your teammate open, an assist box out, you box somebody out and someone else is able to run it down, 50-50s, out of area rebounds. We have a phrase that they roll their eyes at me all the time when we say, but sometimes you, sometimes me, always us.